Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Women's Soccer Show news segment covering the 15th of February to the 21st of February 2021. This is a brand new segment that will drop every Monday. It's a 10-minute or less segment with all of the news and none of the opinions. Some weeks you'll get the news from me, Sarah, and other times you will get the news from Helen with her cheeky UK accent. Don't forget, our regular episodes are still dropping every Tuesday. This is just an added bonus. Jumping right into the news and kicking it off with the FAWSL, there were no games in the FAWSL this past week as we are on international break. Currently, Chelsea sit in first with 38 points and Manchester City sit in second with 33 points and a game in hand. In the race for the top 3 Champions League spots, remember this expanded so the top 3 will be going to the Champions League instead of just 2. Manchester United sit comfortably in third with 32 points as Arsenal trail with 23 points and 2 games in hand. Moving on into the NWSL, a new investment group invested in the Washington Spirit. There were some very notable names on this list, including U.S. Women's National Team goalkeeper Brianna Scurry, who is also the current assistant goalkeeping coach for the Washington Spirit, Chelsea Clinton, Jenna Bush Hager, and Olympic gold medal winning gymnast Dominique Dawes. The investor group includes 30 people total. So this is not the first or even the second notable celebrity investment in the NWSL. Most recently, of course, Naomi Osaka invested in the North Carolina Courage. Along with this, Angel City's investment group comprises a massive list of big names in the sports and entertainment industry, along with big names in the business world. Sacramento's expansion draft is set for December 16th, 2021. Sacramento will join the league along with Angel City at the inception of 2022. Moving on into international news, it has been a huge week for international games and news. The She Believes Cup kicked off this week as we saw the first 2 rounds of matches. Thursday, February 18th featured the classic Argentina versus Brazil rivalry and familiar US versus Canada rivalry. Brazil took care of Argentina 4-1 with goals from Marta, Debinha, Lal de Silva, and Ferreira. La Roquette scored Argentina's single goal. The USA narrowly edged out Canada in a 1-0 defeat with a goal in the 79th minute from Rose Lavelle. Sunday, February 21st featured the second round of matches. USA took on Brazil and former coach Pia Sundhage and came out on top with a 2-0 victory. Kristen Press scored in the 11th minute and Megan Rapinoe put the game away in the 88th minute with the second goal. Canada took the victory against Argentina with a last-minute goal in stoppage time in the 92nd minute from Sarah Strategas. The final round of the She Believes Cup will be on Wednesday and will feature the following matchups: Brazil versus Canada and USA versus Argentina. Moving on, Scotland played Cyprus in the qualification round of the UEFA Women's Championship and beat them in a crushing 10-0 victory. Belgium took on the Netherlands and Germany this week, losing 6-1 on Thursday to the Netherlands, followed by a 2-0 loss to Germany on Sunday. Germany and the Netherlands are set to face off on Wednesday. This will be a great match featuring 2 of the top teams in women's international soccer. England is set to take on Northern Ireland on Tuesday, February 23rd. Finally, very notably in Sunday's USA versus Brazil game, all of the U.S. women's national team players stood for the anthem. After the game, Crystal Dunn spoke with reporters and, when asked, said, quote, "We never felt we were going to kneel forever. There was always going to be a time that we felt it was time to stand. We're all proud that we are doing the work behind the scenes. It was just a game that we felt we were ready to move into the next phase and just continuously fight for change." End quote. Dunn noted that the team sees their shift away from kneeling as a mental shift from protest to action. Recently, and before Sunday, it has been documented that 4 players specifically have chosen to stand for the anthem: Carly Lloyd, Lindsey Horan, Julie Ertz, and Kelly O'Hara. Back in February of 2017, following Megan Rapinoe kneeling for the first time, the U.S. Soccer Federation issued a ban against kneeling. This ban was lifted only as recently as June 2020, following international protests in support of Black Lives Matter. Dunn addressed this history on Sunday after the game. She noted that, as a Black player, she was scared at the time to kneel alongside Rapinoe, and that she aims to use her experiences now to help lead the team in social action. She stated, quote, "For me personally, I've always felt like I'm a testament to a lot of Black experiences. I'm a Black athlete who has often felt like I've not been heard or not been seen, and many Black people feel the same. We've had those initial discussions and I feel better about where this team is. But I do think moving forward, we're prepared to just continue working off the field and continuously having these conversations," end quote. She continued on to say, quote, "I think kneeling was a form of protest. It was a way to bring about attention to the issues that were going on in the country and across the world. We're really proud. We've been doing so much work behind the scenes, like so much. We all encourage each other to step out of our comfort zone and be more involved in the communities and really just not be focused on soccer, because ultimately we are more than athletes," end quote. Dunn finally concluded by saying, quote, "Even though we are choosing to stand, it doesn't mean that the conversations go away or they stop. It's all to say that we are now ready to move past the protesting phase and actually move into putting all of the talk into actual work," end quote. Moving finally into leagues around the world, there is no news out of leagues around the world notably this week, as many are on international break, as you might have noted from the massive amounts of international news that we covered. That is the end of our news segment this week. For football games being streamed live around the world, check out atafootball.com. That's ATA football.com. It's free to sign up, and it's a great source for FAWSL, French Division 1, and Bundesliga live games. You can go back and watch other old fixtures too. And that's it from the Women's Soccer Show News in 10. See you next week.